Nice.
We are Riff Arcade. Welcome to our Sunday night music stream. That, of course, was Bob-omb Battlefield from the Super Mario 64 soundtrack by Koji Kondo, who wrote all the Mario music. He's the guy who wrote da, 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 da. Same guy. He just did it all.
Well, really?
Yeah. He did.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, like Star Fox 64. Like, I don't remember if he did Metroid or not.
He did not. But
Yes. But
he might have done the original Metroid. He didn't do Super Metroid.
Maybe. But yeah, he did Star Fox. I think he did Zelda stuff.
Might have
Yeah,
done
yeah.
Zelda, I
He
think.
did some Zelda stuff. Yeah, that Koji Kondo.
Can't miss.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you in the chat. We've slowly been evolving our setup. Butts has taken some pictures. He might share those on Instagram later. But we've kind of made a wall of green screen across Spence's spare room.
Yeah.
That we're all in front of. If you notice, we all have our own microphones.
Woo!
The good ones too.
Figure that out.
Yeah, so now we all have the good microphones. We're not just yelling into a mic that's sitting in the middle of the room. So.
Yeah, and it actually sounds like a good mic too.
Oh, yes. Thank goodness. So the good news is I think this is what it's going to be like going forward.
Mm-hmm.
We've written stuff down. We've taken pictures. We've gotten computers, multiple computers set up to run all this. So fingers crossed. And we didn't run into too many technical issues setting all this up. So I think this is going to be kind of the new... This is kind of the new hardware, software room setup that we're going to be using from now on. I think we finally kind of hit a really good point in
Hitting a
quality
good stride. I feel like this is a good step forward, you know?
I think so too. So that being said, of course, chat, we rely on you guys heavily to let us know how this is actually going, since we won't know what this looks like until we're done with the stream. So If an instrument's just not there, or if one of us is talking and it's just not picking up, please continue to let us know in the chat. But otherwise, without further ado, let's
yell at us if we're doing it wrong.
Yeah, please yell at us as hard as you can. On the other hand, if everything sounds great and amazing, make sure to cheer. And I don't just mean bits. Bits are cool, but in real life, just root us on. We're having a good time up here. Let's get this show on the road. So that was, of course, Mario 64 from the Nintendo 64.
Bob-omb Battlefield.
Bob-omb Battlefield. Let's move it backwards. Let's wind the dial back. Let's go back to 19, not too far back, but this is a little Super Nintendo game that came out just a couple years before Super Mario 64 came out. A little gem that we like to cover music from. It's Chrono Trigger. Let's go.
Of course.
Okay, so maybe we could have found a better way to end that, but there it is.
So I always like to mess up on purpose at least once a stream, just so you guys know that this is actually live. And
Yeah,
we're
we
not
don't
just-
want you to think that we're actually just playing the tracks or anything. Like, we're actually playing and messing up. I mean, doing well for you guys.
That song, I love it. That song's killer for me. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was the one that when all 4 of the songs we've done, that I was like, oh, this is gonna be hard to do. It's just the entire time. Horse
Yeah.
gallop.
I've generally found that like the harder the more complex songs aren't necessarily the harder ones to play. It's just that lots of video game music is just fast and constant
Mm-hmm.
and constantly
Constant, yes.
fast.
Yeah, it keeps coming.
It keeps coming and it don't
Doesn't
stop
stop
coming.
coming.
It's fed to the rules, so
You gotta hit the ground running.
Okay, so, sorry, I had to finish that.
Anyway, here's All Star by Smash Mouth.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Oh,
No.
oh we're not
Featured
playing
in the
that?
video game Shrek Racing.
Played it perfectly. Yeah.
And they say it gets colder. No. All right. So for the next song, we're going to turn the clock back even further to earlier in that game.
Just 4 hours prior in that game.
4 hours prior in little 9-year-old Josh's
So
gameplay
okay, where
session.
was Wings of Time in that game? Like,
So
what's
that's-
going on?
That song plays the very first time you get the epic or the airship in the game. So it's kind of that triumphant moment, like in Final Fantasy VII when you first get the High Wind, or it's that second that world travel opens up and the game's no longer linear, and that's the song that plays every time you get in the airship.
Okay.
In fact, that actually reminded one thing I wanted to point out is obviously there's the like there's that part that everybody knows, but then like after a couple turns of that you get that like that little part kicks in, and every time I hear that it takes me by surprise, because as a kid and an adult I was never in the airship long enough to like get to that part of the song, so every time I hear it I'm like, oh, that's in the song.
That is true. Watching Josh play that game as a kid, he would get in the epic, go where he needed, and then immediately land and go in where he did not fly around. There was no joyriding involved.
Look,
He was straight to business.
there was no time to waste. What do you think? You just travel through time?
Yeah.
We don't have enough time.
You can't waste time. We're in a time machine.
The clock's ticking
Come on.
in both directions.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, thank you for that. Run Disney, thank you so much. Yeah, that is a tough one. All right, let's kick off the next song, also from Chrono Trigger. It's the Undersea Palace. Okay. So, another thing we finally figured out how to do is kind of practice with each other when we're not together. We figured out that we can collab in Ableton. Ableton's the software we use. We learned that I can go in and record my part, but Spence go in and record their parts, and then we can literally play along with each other during our practices, which has been great. This is the first stream where we've been able to do that. And what's really funny about that is I didn't know they were going to go that hard on verse 2. So I was just like playing along with the recording. Spence and Butts were like, all right, we added our parts. And I was like, cool. So I load up Ableton, go into my thing, and like that verse 2 just kicks in. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
That was awesome. We played that before. That was one of the... Spence, was that like our first stream?
Yeah, that was one of the first songs.
We did, yeah.
This is the second time we've done that now. I have full confidence that if they had the technology at the time to incorporate a heavily distorted guitar, they would have done so in that sound font. But, you know, what was it, 16-bit at the time? Were you up to
Super Nintendo?
16-bit sound font? Or was it 24-bit sound font?
I have no idea.
It was 16-bit or 24-bit sound font. So we weren't quite there yet to incorporate something like this into that song. So now that we're in 2024, I felt it appropriate for us to go back and add that little detail. Because in the part of that game, in the part of the game where that song happens, that's kind of like the 2-minute warning, so to speak, to put it in football terms. That's the part where you're like, okay, I really need to get moving now. Time is of the essence, pun intended, for that game. So,
let me know how the mics sound now. I added a little gain filter onto the mics. I just want to make sure it doesn't sound distorted. I see the volumes are there, but let me know if it sounds all crunchy and compressed, and I'll. It's better. Good. Okay, perfect. That's where we are. This is going to be the stream where we hit a nice little plateau. Not that we're going to stop getting better, but we've definitely reached... Like, if this were Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we just got to, like, the 30,000 tier, you know, where you're kind of, like, locked in for a little bit. Whichever one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that show in years. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
Did the meter move? Just making sure.
Yes, it did.
Everybody heard that?
Yep.
Yep.
It's my little sound check. We have to sound check a little bit in between these songs as we toggle through them, just to make sure.
Yeah, we're in a good spot set wise, but the confidence isn't there yet.
Yeah, we'll hit our confidence after we do this a few times, so we're still a little shaky, a little nervous in the fingers occasionally, but you know, and you know, we're not 100% confident. We are growing in confidence as this goes on. We're at the end now of almost the end of the stream. We're in our final song now, and you know, it's, you know, so far this setup has been holding up. Maybe after we're done with this song, we could like explain a little bit about how we have everything set up in order for us to do this.
Maybe we'll do a quick tour when we're done. But so I looked it up. I always forget the person who composed the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, but it's Yasunori Mitsuda.
Okay.
I think Nobuo Uematsu even like shadow wrote like a touch on this game, like maybe just like a consultant role or something like that. I'm not sure, but Yasunori Mitsuda composed those songs. There was Wings Across Time, and that was Undersea Palace. So, this last song, this was actually a request that was made a long time ago, and we were like, we'll get to it. Well, today's the day.
Buckle up.
Spence, are you about ready? Because
no, you keep talking. I was just checking. I was just doing a sound check.
All right, that's all good. So this is another song. This last song is going to be from the SNES as well. And the best part of it is, well, it goes with anything. It's Guile's theme. Let's do it. I accidentally left the mics on for that. Was there
Did you?
was there a whole lot of banging and clicking in there?
Probably.
Oh, guys, the game sound is still going on in the background. Is it? Is the game audio in there too? Hold on.
Check the background and then just throw it.
Okay. We might need to redo that one.
You want to try that one again?
Yeah, we need to do that one again.
Oh, did you
Okay.
leave the game audio on in the
Yeah,
video?
I think all the other videos. I think all the other videos didn't have audio on them, but I think that one did, and I didn't realize that. so it was like they're all fighting in the background. All right. Well, that one we might just go ahead and make that one the encore for the night.
Yeah, I mean we could just redo that one. I'm fine with that. It's funny that you say that though, because I think that's happened to Butts and I once in the past as well. I think it was for Asphodel.
It was Asphodel, yeah.
Yeah, I think we accidentally forgot to strip the game audio out of the video, and so the whole time we played Asphodel, you could hear the game audio
In the background.
in the background.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think it was turned up pretty loud on this
Yeah,
one.
we can do it again.
We'll definitely do that one again.
Do you have it turned up? Because the audience, I can't see at the moment, so I don't know what Streamlabs looks like. Do you have just the audio muted for the video?
I just did.
Okay. All right.
So is it off now, chat? Is it off? It should be off now. And I also had the Tascam mics were on through that whole song too, so I'm sure we had all kinds of wonderful artifacts bleeding through.
It sounded like a fight, yeah. Sounded like a street.
Here's Guile's theme. Sonic Boom, Hadouken.
Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Hadouken, Sonic Boom.
Or the guy, the pro gamer who's like Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, like, and how he does that, I have no idea.
I suck at fighting games. I'm no good. Okay, so Guile's theme will definitely be the. Thank you, Teach Grace, Rush fan, for letting us know. That song will definitely be the encore for the night. There have been times when we'll finish the stream, or it sucks. Oh well. So from now on, a part of the music stream is we want to get some nice clean recordings for our shorts and TikToks later on. So we definitely want a clean cut of Guile's theme going out. So we'll definitely redo that one. Are you guys feeling limber? Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sound check.
Right.
Sound check.
I could use another crack at that, yeah.
Yeah. All right, then let me turn the mics off and we will do that one more time. There it is. Was that
Yay.
better? How was that one?
Much better.
All right. That should have been much cleaner, much cleaner.
Josh is going to go home and flog himself for that one.
Oh, man. I tell
50
ya.
lashings for Josh.
Yep, I'm going to have to do some laps around the studio for that
Ice
one.
cream.
Awesome. Oh, Rush fan, glad you liked it. Glad you requested it, which I'd like to remind you all that we do take requests.
We
so
do.
either let us know in the chat on any of our streams right now. You can send us messages on any of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Check us out every Tuesday night and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and check out our YouTube exclusive videos at 2 p.m. Eastern. On our videos, we're doing a summer jobs series in which we're playing a bunch of simulators based on real jobs. So we just released a house flipper video yesterday, and next week I think is car mechanic simulator.
Oh, boy.
I think that's right.
Grease
yeah.
monkeys. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, let us know what you thought of the music stream. Any ideas you have that we can do to make it better, to make it sound better, look better. Although I have to admit, I think we're looking pretty good. I really like the game as the background idea.
Yeah.
Puts the game,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
really puts the game front and center while still showing off our guitars and drums and whatnot. Yeah, let's do a quick little tour. Why not?
Tour music.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is turn off the green screen on my camera, and then we're going to do a little walk around. Let's see. Whoops. Sorry. Everything's set up like dominoes in here. Okay. Base cam.
If people were wondering why there's a black line right here, that's the pole holding up the green screen. We can't get rid of that, so,
Yeah,
we might figure out some way in the future, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so here is the wall of green screen. So there's Butts.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here.
And Spence is on the other side.
Yeah, I
He's,
can't. I have no idea what the supposed to do.
Hello.
I was saying,
How are you?
I was telling Spence we could have some fun with this because like watch Spence's screen really quick. Like, oh yeah, Butts, stick your head through there. And
See, I can do that.
And then I'll come down through here.
like kick your legs through.
Yeah. So now you have Butts' head on my side and my head on his side.
Oh boy, we have fun here. All right, yeah. So this is our wall o' green. You see, we've got the Ableton capture on the TV, and the stream captures down on my laptop, so we can monitor both as we go. Let's take a look at Butts' drum kit again. Butts.
Yeah, we've got Spence's running the music.
Yeah, well, let's. So
Yeah,
the
here,
distributed
take the camera.
computing.
Don't pull it too hard because of the cord.
Yeah, so the
Oh,
distributed
Under your bass,
computing, is possible by a couple of tricks that I've incorporated using some of my IT knowledge from a job. And we are basically running the stream itself off of Josh's machine. And then back here on my side of the green screen, you can see my laptop here. There it is. And there's a little keyboard. And you see a couple of monitors back here. This laptop is running all of the audio, except for the microphones, that is. That's actually being run by the Tascam, which is this guy right over here. And this guy right here is responsible for the microphones so that we can all talk. Here you go, Josh. You can take this back. And basically what's happening is we're using the power of local area network to send the audio directly to Josh's machine from my machine. So anytime we play any of these songs, they're originating from my laptop, and I'm sending them through the network, all the audio, sending it through the network to Josh's machine. And this is possible because audio,
Magic.
in general, like audio files are very it's not as labor intensive for the computer to send that, like it would be for MIDI or something like that. So sending audio is kind of a breeze with our local area network and some of our IT knowledge. So that's how the audio and the video are working.
Yeah, I can't believe we got all this to work, but I'm glad we did. Butts, would you like to talk about your drum setup?
Well, I just said no. Yeah. Yeah, so I am running... So this little machine right here just turns hits that I make into ones and zeros, and it sends it to Spence's computer. I've got a little fake snare drum, so that's what you're hearing on 2 and 4. I've got a bass drum pedal down there, and I've got a little on and off pedal and my little phone watching the stream. That's my hi-hat. So with this and the program we're using, I can kind of make any drum sound that I want. And it's great. It doesn't sound as... You can tell it's electronic, but like it also sounds really good. We're playing video game electronic music, so it fits right in.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, one thing I've actually always really liked is obviously a lot of cover bands. They'll like the original soundtrack is always just gone. Like they'll just write all their parts. One thing I really like about our covers is anything we don't cover, we just use the original soundtrack to put in. So I feel like that kind of gives our music an air of the retro. It kind of infuses the retro into our sound. So it's like, it's us and it's cool instruments and it's this metal sound, but in the background, it's your good old friend, the SNES sound chip, you know? That's something I've always liked. How many gigawatts does it take? All of them. All the gigawatts.
Yeah, we're bankrupting Spence on his power bill right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to talk about that part.
So, that, I think, is going to do it for us.
I think so.
It's kind of a lot. Usually at the end of these things, we're pretty worn out and tuckered from a full day of recording episodes and playing music. So I'm not going to rate anyone this time. But, gosh, I hope you all have a good night. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to follow and check us out on YouTube as well if you enjoyed tonight's stream. And, yeah, that's going to be it for us. You guys have a good night, and we will see you on the next episode of Riff Arcade. I didn't add an outro button to my stream deck.
Oh, no!
Quickly!